Really glad to have you back on as well. What exactly do you think is going on at Southwest Airlines right now?
Well, thanks for having me again, Brian. As I mentioned the last time, scheduling the industry is complex on a good day. And the typical things like weather, ATC problems, the 800 problem, which grounded the fleet, certain maintenance issues across the fleet can happen. I've never seen anything quite like this. And if I were to use a quote, I would say the perfect tsunami. And let me explain why and what I think, from my own humble point of view, think needs to happen. Southwest is one of the best run managed airlines in the country. I've known them forever. I've studied them, and I studied their quick turn program years ago. Carriers turn airplanes in 30 to 35 minutes. Southwest is 15 minutes. That's the positive of this tsunami experience. The problem is, like so many things in life, that strength can also be its weakness. They schedule so tight that when you face the combination, and I believe it is a combination of COVID, pilot issues, and I think there are some pilot issues. No, I don't think they're slowing down, that sort of thing. But before you affect the mandates 100%, and I'm sure Gary does this, you have to sit down with the pilots and explain, okay, if somebody says no, what about sick leave? What about these issues?
Yeah.
And so on. So in addition, the demand, as I mentioned once before, has caught everybody by surprise. And wait until you see Thanksgiving, Brian, and Christmas. Got to be ready now. Now,
Oh, I've been flying, David, I've been flying almost every week. I'm flying again on Sunday. I mean, I'm out there in the airports. I've probably done 50,000 air miles already this year, so I've seen it firsthand. You know, I think the issue is that the pilots union at Southwest Airlines is pushing back on the vaccine mandate, going to court. Now you've got this labor shortage, so people are tying it together. But Southwest, and even really, I think others inside of the airline are saying, no. They're not really related. Our pilots are just wiped out. They're exhausted because people got furloughed. Now this sudden boom, they simply don't have the people, and pilots, they need sleep. I mean, you don't want your pilot running on being awake for 22 hours. How bad do you think it could get this Thanksgiving?
Well, if they don't get ahead of it from a scheduling point of view, it's going to be a problem. And I really hope it isn't. These are smart people. But let me give you kind of like a technical observation. As we mentioned, you can't bring a pilot back tomorrow morning, so you have simulator time. And then if you're desperate for pilots, you might take people that are trainers in simulators and put them on the line. And they can only fly 100 hours a month by FAA regulations anyhow. So you have the training component, the shortage component, the demand component, the COVID thing, all mixed together. That's the tsunami. And their strength is one of the best operators in the world. Their strength has always been moving airplanes fast. But when you get all these blips together, that becomes a serious negative. What should Southwest do that they're not already doing? These guys are, I'm sure they're on top of all this stuff. I think they need to come out and talk more about it. I really do. I think go public with every single issue: COVID, pilots, training, weather. It wasn't just weather and ATC. You know, people know that, okay? Because American only lost 2% of their flights. So it's more than that. And one other thing I would mention, I think it's the technical capacity within flight operations to manage this stuff with the most sophisticated hardware and software. I assume they have it. I know American does because I've been to their system control operation 6 months ago for a day, and it's very sophisticated. I am sure they are very good at that, but I can't answer that specifically for you, Brian. But if I were them, from a suggestion point of view, is come out with everything today. Come out with everything, including a plan for the rest of the year, so that people regain their confidence in a quality airline.